Let's go over designing a homepage for a product based business. I'm Gabriela. I provide revolutionary strategies and designs for rebel brands. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm using this design software. It's called Figma. Now, if you are a business owner and you've come here to look to see how to design your homepage for your product based business, then I don't recommend like necessarily going with something like Figma. You can literally you just use pen and paper and just go a quick outline of what each section is going to have, what kind of images you want to have on there and stuff like that. And then you can go into whatever platform that you are using to build your website, whether it's Wix, WordPress, Squarespace, Shopify, etc., to actually go in and put all the pieces together. All right. So first, I'm going to go over the things that you need in order to build your website. As you see here, I've got all the squeezy logos here. That's going to be the brand that I'm going to use to design this homepage for. All right, so I've got a variety of logos here. As you can see, they're like their main logo right here. Let me move this. Okay, so their main logo here, another variation of their main logo just without the text in the middle there. Stack logo, or not a stack logo, just the squeezy without the mascot, and then another one like an arch squeezy, the stacked logo, and then just the brand mark or the icon. I've also put in their designs, so I made some icons and stuff like that, so that's in here as well. And then, of course, the pattern that I made with these designs. So here we go. And I did use Adobe Illustrator to create everything, the logo and all that kind of stuff. But you'll just use whatever tools you have available to you. So if you are using a like a pre-made brand, the template like off of Canva or something, then you would just like export the individual icons as uh, PNGs with like a transparent background. Now, if you do have like Illustrator or something of that nature, then I recommend going that route and using the Illustrator to create these icons as well. That way, they're more tailored to your brand. Okay, and then I'm also going to be using this for one of the sections of the website. So I went ahead and exported it and I have it here. And then I also have some photos. I'm not entirely set on which photos I'm going to use yet for each section, so I brought in a few just to kind of play around with them. I have some product images here, some mock-ups that I created in using Photoshop. So here you can see the drink cans that I have. And you'll wanna make sure that the images of your products that you have are high quality, they're in good lighting and all that stuff. So, for this specific one, since it's just one product that, with, different varieties of that product, then I just did the, uh the image itself with no background other than the shadow just to add a little more dimension. I also went ahead and, uh got this because what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna have a couple or a few different sections. So I am gonna have the main section with the product images. So that's gonna be the hero section, and then I'm gonna have another section just showing where you can purchase the product, then, another section just showing like, "Hey, browse our flavors." The last section is gonna be some, like, mocktail recipes and stuff like that, so that's why I took out, this image here, and then a, um, merch image as well. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna use this, but I brought it out just in case because I had created it previously for, like, social media designs and stuff like that. Alright, so obviously I have every kind of image, design, all that kind of stuff. Whoa. All that kind of stuff that I'm gonna be using in the design, right? So I have all that, and then of course I have like my colors, my fonts, the heading styles, the body text styles, and an accent font. I also have an idea of what I want my main and secondary buttons to look like. So, and of course, when you go to do your website, you'll also need the copy for it. So, I did kind of come up with a few little like short 1 to 2 sentences for different sections in the squeezy and the headings. So that's already done for me. But this is everything that you're gonna need to get started on your website. And then you're gonna need to get everything for like each page. And I recommend staying really organized and labeling all your stuff accordingly. So when it comes time to for you to actually create your design, it's a lot easier for you, and all that good stuff. So yeah, all right. Now that we got some housekeeping, some tips for you to get started on your homepage design, I am going to go ahead and get into the actual layout and design here. All right, so this here is called the hero section. This is the section that's going to fill up your screen when you go onto the website. So if you're on a desktop, it's going to be the size, or if you're on a mobile screen, it's probably going to be about like that. So just keep that in mind. The hero section is really important. You want to keep it clear and easy to understand and all that good stuff there. All right. So for this one, I'm going to use this as the background here. Oh, hang on. And then I'm going to use the same size, but I am going to fill it like this and send this to the back. And I think I'm going to go with a 50%. Okay, so okay, so I've got the background there. And then for the navigation bar, I'm going to use this logo. Mm, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't want it to call too much attention, but I obviously want it to uh, stand out a little bit. And then let's go with this one for the menu items. All right. And then when you do this, you'll start with like the uh the one that you want like people to click on more, like the action that you'd rather them take first. So let's go browse our flavors, right? So flavors for this one, and then let's say next I want them to learn about squeezy story, and then last we'll do recipes. Hopefully I spelled that all correctly. Okay. Oops. Needs a little extra something, so let's go ahead and just add a line. Let's make these a little thicker. Yeah. And I wonder if we can make these bold. No, this font does not allow that. Maybe just a little bigger then, actually. Oh, I like that. All right. And if you remember, I mentioned that we want to make it real easy just to see the product. Let's see. Maybe a little bigger actually, but let's crop this because that's big image. I want to be careful not to crop the shadow out. So let's go like that. Maybe a little smaller because we want to leave room. We want to leave room for a button. And we want this to be like visually in the center. And then these two will have, oops. Let's move this to back. Okay. I'm going to switch these around though. Maybe like that. There's less space over here than there is over here, so yeah, okay. And then we'll pull in this main button. I think this one's gonna stand out more than the black one, but let's take a look. I think the black one contrasts more than the yellow one. Okay, so we'll use this one. Find us near you. I want to do this little thing. Cool. Right. And so then that's the hero section. Okay. So now we're gonna make this bigger. Um, and we'll do like the places where you can find squeezy here. Cool. And let's go ahead and do this. Oh, let's duplicate it though. I kind of wanted to take up the whole screen also, so let's make it the same. Hang on. There we go. And we'll pull this down. And then we want browse our flavors. So we'll do this. Browse our flavors. I don't like how dark this is though. Let's maybe a little more. So I'm changing, not chasing, the opacity. I like this one the most. Okay. And then we did those 3 already, so this one, it's kinda plain though. So let's add a little extra something. Let's do a circle. Let's crop this too. Okay. We need room again for a button down there, so I'm gonna make this smaller. Maybe not a button though. Maybe I'll do just text. Yeah? Like that. Okay. Browse. Take a look at our flavors. Take a look at our flavors. Flavors. I like that. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, and then we're gonna do the next section. And I think this is where I want to use this. Hang on, let's like that, yeah. Hmm. If that's the case, so I'm gonna move this up then. Make sure that's let's just say that's the center. I guess it's probably gonna be easier if we do this, so there. So now we know we need to move this over a smidge. I think right there. Okie dokie. And then let's see. Yeah, I like that. And there's plenty of space there because here I'm gonna use these. Let's say about here. Kind of like this one out here. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. That way I can have text there. And let's go this button again. So we're doing a mocktails, and then this picture's got orange juice in it. So let's go enjoy summer year round. Year round. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be a hyphenation there or something. If this is your website, you definitely need to check grammar. before you finalize your website. And then there we go. Get the recipes. Recipes. Let's see. Recipes. Yeah, like that. So did I spell it? I had it up here, didn't I? I did. I spelled it wrong up here. It's not recipes. Okay. I know this one doesn't have a shadow, but I kind of want it to, and it looks kind of plain. So I think I'm going to add a circle here too. But we'll make this nice and big. Maybe pull these in. I think we can pull these in a bit closer. Let's mix it up a bit like this. And let's actually move these over this way a little more. I don't want it to line up with this down here. Like that, and like this. Oh, oops. And let's do this. And maybe this one a little bit smaller. Like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna add another circle. But this one, I think I'm gonna do white. And I don't want it to like take over the full thing exactly. Let me just add in the one I did for the. As you can see there, like this one, I added shadows in and it's got like way more depth. It doesn't look so basic, I guess you could say. And I think I want this one to actually go over just a little more. Because then I can pull this in. Maybe like that. That way, like, it kind of like, oh, there's something there at the bottom, and it kind of draws you in to scroll down a little more. Okay, and now, you know what? I guess here, if you wanted to, you could do get our merch kind of thing. But I am not gonna pull in the yellow button either. I guess we're just using black buttons. um, I guess I could just make it. Let's do this one black. And this one, the pink. Or maybe the blue. Because it's already there, but it stands out because there's not as much. Yeah, okay. We don't want like a ton of space between these. But I also don't want it to be too far off from the stuff above. There we go. Maybe add another something there. Maybe this one. Is this the same? No. Well, that's okay if this one doesn't take over the full screen either. That one doesn't, so. Let's change the opacity. Still. Okay, that's good. And then just the footer. That's all we have left to go by here. And then for this one, I am going to be using the little icon guy, the little mascot person thing, fruit. You can't really tell what kind of fruit that is, and I like it like that. Is it a slice of something? Is it a banana? What is it? We don't know, and I kind of like it. Okay, so then we're gonna do like a little. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste this from the design I did, and just explain why I'm doing it that way. There we go. Okay, so for the footer, the way I designed it this way, because we don't want to like draw way too much attention to the footer. We want people to like go through with the call to actions and stuff like that. But it's good to have another call to action in your footer. So here you can do like sign up for updates, get like into your email, be the first to know when we drop new flavors, stuff like that. But then your your footer should also have like the rest of the links that aren't necessarily on like your navigation bar down in the footer. So as you can see here, we literally have three links: the flavors, the story, and the recipes. So when we go down to the footer, we should have the rest of them. So home, the flavors, locations, you know, um, a space for customers, so maybe like customer service, stuff like that. And then our story, and then more about us. So, like if you have like a board, executives, if you are hiring, stuff like that. And then vendors, a place like maybe you have vendor space, vendor accounts where they can manage like how much to order and things like that. So there's a place you can go. And then our commitments, so like social impact, sustainability, maybe you have like additional wage commitments, like you provide all your employees with like a living wage, things like that. So you'll want to have all that information on your website, and you don't want to hide it. So if you do have that information, then have multiple ways to get to that kind of stuff. And then just like normal policies. All right, and that's how you create a, a homepage for a product-based business. Again, this is perfect for a business that uses one main product and then has variations of those products. And yeah, definitely recommend that you create ways to use that product. If it's like a few food-based item, then you will want to create like recipes or different ideas on ways to use it. And then if you have a physical product that you have to use that you can't consume, then fun ways to maybe decorate something, decorate a space, decorate yourself, decorate, things like that. So yeah, just kind of brainstorm ideas and different ways that you can utilize the product, or that people can utilize the product to help increase the chances that they'll purchase it, and then have different ways that they can different call to actions that they can follow through with in order to purchase the item as well. And I really hope this was helpful. If you learned something new, or you just like the way that I showed this, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, commented, subscribe, all that great stuff to my channel. Or if you're feeling generous, I do have my Buy Me a Tea link down below. I'd really appreciate it if that way I can continue to provide, you know, um, amazing tutorials like this. So thank you so much, and I will catch you next week.